Hi, my name is Veronica Rodriguez. I'm a physical therapist and certified lymphatic therapist in Tucson, Arizona, and I am honored to be part of the Lipedema Simplified Coaching Collaborative.
Hi,
Good
Veronica.
afternoon.
And hello, everyone. This is a pre recorded message because Veronica is very busy on Tuesday evenings. But this is Lipedema Wellness Conversations with Gail, that would be me, and Veronica Rodriguez. And we are going to spend some time today talking about what Veronica does and how she got started and just what she can offer you as a coach with Lipedema Simplified. So, hello, Veronica. And will you please introduce yourself and let us know how you got started as a CLT?
Absolutely. My journey to becoming a CLT definitely centered around finally being diagnosed. I live with lipedema, lymphedema, and venous insufficiency. And once I was diagnosed, I'm like, well, in my professional training as a physical therapist, they didn't emphasize enough the lymphatic system. And it was really new for me to delve into it. So I made a decision then and there to go ahead and become a certified lymphatic therapist in knowing how to take care of myself and also being able to help others with the same medical condition. At first, I went through the same stages as many of our audience, I'm sure, has been through, where you go through the stages of anger and shock and disbelief and frustration, and we can go on with that. And then I finally hit this point where I really was thinking it's a blessing in disguise. Around and my clients and my friends at a deeper level where we can work as a team together and be able to problem solve, lifestyle management, care, how to move forward, how to use compression. What do I do when? And figure it out together. And it's truly been a blessing in disguise, feeling it in my own body, knowing how I need to take care of myself and manage, but also just being able to talk about the practical parts when you're struggling with your compression or you're having a bad day, because I understand. And it's been an honor really working with a lot of different clients that are going and experiencing the same thing.
And I know that when I first met you, you were a member of the tribe, the Lipedema Simplified tribe, and
Yes.
I was a member of tribe, and so we were just members,
Yes.
right? And there was something that drove both of us to start asking about how we can help other people, other members of our tribe, to benefit not only from our expertise, but the connection of somebody who has lipedema helping others with lipedema, and with you for lymphedema and venous issues, because a lot of our members have that. So before you became a member of the tribe, where did you get your knowledge for lipedema? How long did it take you to figure out going from lipedema patient to tribe to CLT?
I actually the Casely Smith method, and I went through the Brennan School of Lymphology with Dr. Andrea Brennan, who is outstanding. The Casely Smith philosophy is just another philosophy like Norton or Close, different schools. And this one was at an opportunity where the timing was right. It was right here in Arizona. And I'm like, I'm just going to go for it. And I'm really grateful I did. They definitely have a strong education and background in lifestyle management, which I think is very critical. And what led me to Lipedema Simplified is that I was looking for a support group that really could help me understand also the emotional part. And I also, in my research, found that Lipedema Simplified is such an empowering organization where we talk about uplifting people and supporting each other, providing a heavy base education, which I'm all about. And it really met my needs. And on a personal level and on a professional level, I also educate my clients about it, because we all need a place to go where we have people of like minds and education so that we can feel whole, feel supported, and empowered. Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's truly amazing how the community is so vital for our well-being. And I can tell the audience right now that I am actually one of Veronica's clients. And it at first I thought, "Oh, I can do all of this by myself. I can I can figure out I can figure out dry brushing. I can figure out manual lymph drainage. I can figure out compression. I can do all that myself." And then I realized this isn't working. This is that I'm not getting any results. And so, or at least I didn't understand what results to even look for. I'm in rural Idaho and I just don't have the ability to drive into town every day and get manual lymph drainage or get my arms wrapped or my legs wrapped or whatever. So I was doing everything on my own. And Veronica one day said to me, "We need to talk about your arms." And I said, "Okay." Because I do have lipedema in my arms. And so, Veronica, um, I can tell you what I learned. I learned that when Veronica says, "Grab a pencil and write this down," grab a pencil and write it down. That's the very first thing I learned. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Yes, I
I
do.
thought
Yeah.
I thought, "Oh, I can do this." And you thought, "Yeah, let's see." So,
Well,
Veronica,
you know,
go
it's funny that, we can learn a lot, but sometimes if you're stuck, this is where a CLT is very important, because we know our education and training and then figure out and problem solve. Well, if this is not working, what about this? And seeing what your body does and teaching you how to be a self-assessor of your body so you can have a better experience and better outcomes. And
Yeah.
and it's wonderful working with you, Gail. It
You
is.
know, I remember that first night that I worked with you, and you were showing me how to dry brush. And
Mhm.
what is every time that we work with the lymphatic system, every time we start the MLD process, and we were using I was gonna you were teaching me to use the dry brush to start. What's the very first thing you
Mhm.
told me to do? Do you remember? Besides write it
Uh,
down.
besides write it down, that you had to stimulate your lymph nodes first
Right,
before you do the MO. Yeah.
right. And I remember that. I remember you going, take deep breaths, do your deep breaths. And I forgot to do the deep breath, you know?
Well, that's part of the deep lymphatic node stimulation. And it's easy to forget. Like we're like, okay, I know it. And even for myself, I love that I have to modify or write it down, because it's always making me think, okay, how else can we access things? How else can we expand on it?
Right.
And yeah, yeah.
So if a person in our audience would like to be able to reach you, they can
Yes.
just reach you through email, correct?
Yes, that's the best way, at Veronica at lipedemasimplified.org.
Don't forget the
And
hyphen.
don't forget the hyphen in between lipedema and simplified. Definitely get on for a discovery session, or if you're ready to dive in, go ahead and start that initial visit. We'll discuss, goals and emphasis, and really set up a really good plan for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you start with somebody, I loved how you broke everything down into tiny little bits and pieces for me. And so if somebody can't get to you right away, let's say they can't, they want to start tonight, they want to start right now, what are some of the very first important things that we need to do for our bodies?
Well, first and foremost, I think acceptance. And when you're coming to coaching, just know, okay, I'm ready, and being open, because we may have to revamp how you're caring for yourself, or tweaking it a little bit so you can be more successful in your practice. And then most definitely, just be present, and let's have that conversation. Come with a list of questions, and let's figure out how we're going to piecemeal your program. And the beauty is, it doesn't all have to be one after the other. Having one or two sessions, and then we can break it down and work on it and spread it out over time. So as you work on each module or session or section, we can refine it. You can experience it. We can tweak it and dive in more so that you have better results.
So
I'm really glad you've enjoyed the time we worked. Mhm.
yeah, I do. I love the time we have, and I love that I'm wearing I never thought I would love wearing compression sleeves. And I do. And it's because of you. And
Mhm.
when that first night when you were showing me the patterns on how to just do some dry brushing, and I did it, and then in the morning I had to look at my list, and I thought, oh yeah, that's right, and that and that, and I went through the steps, got my sleeves on, and I've been wearing them every day except two. I do have to tell you, 2 days I didn't wear them since September 1st.
Well,
Yeah,
I think
and
that's fantastic. And no heat, no judgment. Life happens, but then you
right.
know how to get back on it, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the only reason I didn't wear them is I was traveling and I couldn't get them adjusted right, and I felt like they were really digging in. And so I
Mhm.
just took
Mhm.
them off, and then after I got home, I put them back. I started right back up. But it was because of you helping me to understand what to do.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for that. So,
You're welcome.
Veronica, it was wonderful talking to talking to you today. I hope that everybody who is listening will send Veronica an email. Every single one of you. Everybody. Send Veronica an email. If you have questions, she'll help you get an appointment with her, a free discovery session to see if she can help you out. And as always with Lipedema Simplified, we have coaches, we have courses, we have a big event coming up this weekend on the October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. So stop in, connect with one of us, and if Veronica has something she'd like to end with, we'll take one more quote from Veronica. How's that?
Okay, and here's one of my favorite movies. It's called Galaxy Quest for those sci-fi nerds, right here. And it's never give up, never surrender. That's my quote. Stay the course, step by step, and you'll get forward. You'll move forward.
That's wonderful. So everyone, thank you so much for coming tonight. And we